go.
Learn a higher income skill. Learn a higher income skill. If you want to get into a different income business, you need to understand what makes more money. So if you're gonna be doing videography or you're gonna be doing things of this nature, you need to know that it is a highly competitive, low-paying gig. Instead, I would allow it as a situation where it gets you into the room with the best real estate agents of the world, build the relationships with them, and potentially get into real estate, right? So you need to be able to use value points as insertion points into the market where you're going to receive advantages, right? The reason I can sit in rooms with billionaires or why opportunities for deal flows come my way is because I'm putting myself in a situation where that can take place and that can happen. So if you're doing videography for real estate, you want to make more money, you want to learn a new skill, maybe real estate is that because you're there 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So why not double down on that now that you already have the foot in the door? Might as well just maximize that, learn the skill set of real estate, everything that entails real estate. And now you're in a situation where you are on both sides of the deal flow. Now you control the entire supply chain from the moment you interact with the customer to what the customer is experiencing to what is marketed and what's portrayed. So now you control the entire supply chain. So focus on real estate potentially, and that could give you a long-term solution to stay within your niche while simultaneously carving out a strategic path to generate more money long-term.
Cool. Monarchs One says, "Hey, Fresh, I'm an Uber driver and have zero convo starters with girls. Like, are they just NPCs? Because sports mostly are off the table because they don't know about sports. Any tips?" Yeah, bro. So honestly, bro, I'm telling you guys, it is not that hard to talk to girls. And I know it sounds like weird. It's not hard. What are you talking about, bro? It's difficult. Dude, if I can do it of all people, why can't you? So let me explain. It's as simple as saying what's around her in that area. For example, indirect approach. This is super simple, right, guys? You see a girl, she's walking, maybe she's holding like a cup, right? Or maybe like a cool bag or like a shopping bag, right? You say, "Hey, I'm curious, are there any good items in that store?" Or like, for example, "Hey, that's a nice cup. Where'd you get it from?" It's that simple. It starts, the number one thing is which interaction. It's like an icebreaker, right? Once she responds to that, then you can segue into what you really want to ask her. For example, "Yeah, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to talk to you real quick. Hey, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? You're mad cute, by the way." And that's it. You start a conversation. And once again, guys, once you're in this setup, right, what you want to do is be the one asking all the questions. And from there, you let it roll. "Hey, I like your vibe. You're pretty cool. You know, when you're free sometime, I want to take you out. What's your number?" That's it. It's simple. But once again, you know what it is you're in your mind saying, "You know what? The pressure is it's high, man. She might curve me." Dude, we get curved all the time. The problem is you let it bother you. We don't. So guys that don't let it bother them, they move forward. "Hey, she curved me. Cool. Who's next?" It's a numbers game, guys. So
you know what's hilarious is that one thing that translates in one category
Leave
of
that
life.
comment because I actually have a different perspective on this. Quick.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was going to say translates into other areas of life because in business it's the same exact thing. The true heroes and the guys that win, aka for you guys, the guys that get pussy, whatever. In the business scenario, it's the guys who are successful because yes, if you don't keep going and trying to talk to the girl or trying to do another business or a different pivot or different angle because hey, maybe the product was right, but it was the wrong audience. We always talk about the wrong audience. One thing translates from one area in life to another. I just find that amazing.
It's sales, brother.
It's
sales.
Energetic. So he says, "Hey, Fresh, I'm an Uber driver. I have zero convo starters with girls. Like, are they just NPCs? Because sports mostly are off the table because they don't talk about sports or any tips." So automatically what you've done here, can you go back to it? Can I destroy this for a second?
Go ahead.
So we talk about, I see the first thing is you're blaming, right? So you're blaming that girls are NPCs because they don't talk about sports. You already know girls don't talk about sports. So that's already off the table, period. Why? Because sports aren't fucking interesting to most people. You know why they're not interesting to most people? Because they don't say anything about you.
Boring.
They don't say anything about you. So the problem is you aren't a conversation starter. You need to become so interesting that you are a conversation starter. So if you're an Uber driver, that's totally fine. That's not an issue whatsoever, but you have to have conversation starters. So you have to go out of your way, develop a certain lifestyle, develop certain habits, do certain things that'll allow you, right, to have conversation starters. And the best part is, like he said, is when you control the conversation by asking questions. When was the last time you actually sat down and thought about 10 questions that you could ask every human that are worth asking, right? You don't have that list, but you could have that fucking list in 10 minutes if you just sat down and fucking used your brain. So those are the tips. Utilize your brain, stop blaming other people, and find conversation starters by doing dope shit.
You know, it's funny.
Fire.
I've been on so many dates. I can ask the exact same questions multiple times a day, and it's pretty much the same response. It's just hilarious, bro. Derek, cool. Shout out to you, Billy the Kid. These are guys 20 and up. We're gonna read. Anything else we'll just put on the screen. Kenny Held, Adakan Basak says, Nate, recently started working out and learning the benefits of intermittent fasting. I'm already struggling to eat enough calories to growth. Any tips for getting enough healthy calories in a 4 to 6 hour time window? I'm 183 centimeters, 67 kg.
Yes, 100%. So what I would do is I would focus on clean protein powder with low carbohydrate. I would combine that with creatine monohydrate. He says he's 183. So I would suggest anywhere from 4 to 5 grams. But dude, you want to have not whey protein, because whey protein, unless it's super clean, you want to highly avoid it. So I would do high amounts of protein powder that is clean and low in carbohydrates.
And I guess you can post like your recommendation on your Instagram.
Yeah, that works. I can do that
because we have some really high quality vegan protein that we take that is really clean to meet that caloric intake that is required to meet our goals. So post it on your Instagram later today.
Cool. Fire. Okay, we got Ray. Shout out to Ray, man. All right. Deflex. Shout out to you as well. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up in a sec. So get your last questions in. If not, we're gonna be out of here. Billy the Kid. So
should I mention something about products? I'm gonna make it generic enough for people that aren't necessarily in e-commerce to understand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the question is, how do we go about testing a potential product to sell? So the first thing that you need to do, right, and this goes to anybody that wants to start a business, you have a business when you have something to sell, whether it's a physical, a digital, or a service product. You need to figure out what to sell. So in order to figure out what you want to sell, first you need to figure out who you're going to sell to and what does that demographic need, right? Because you need to identify a need. The person that supplies the need of biggest importance makes the most money. So if you're in a situation where you provide a solution to a big need, whether it's illusionary big need or it's a real big need, it doesn't matter. It's how it's perceived, right? Like COVID, some people perceived it as a scam. Some people perceived it as a massive legitimate thing, right? Regardless, it had massive attention, therefore yielded trillions of dollars of money and profit to multiple entities around the world. So how do you find a winning product or figure out a product to sell? Learn people. You need to study people and you need to understand audiences because there's so many products out there. How you're going to make a difference isn't the product necessarily that you're selling, unless it's crazy unique. It's very hard to find something crazy unique that isn't already invented, but it's who you're selling it to. So you're not in the business of finding winning products. You're in the business of finding winning audiences that are ready to spend money, right? And then be able to supply their needs in accordance to your understanding of them. So study people, study anthropology, right? Which is the study. So anthropology of consumerism, for example, the study of consumer behavior, and then understand how people's psyche works and what are the tendencies or triggers that make them make decisions positively or negatively. For example, in the instance of dating, we can talk about like the questions. We had the guy that asked it, like, or what type of questions can you ask a person? Type of questions that you can ask are questions that are going to establish some sort of rapport or familiarity.
Open-ended questions.
Yeah, open-ended questions that give you an understanding of finding a common ground. So, for example, you want to find a winning product, you need to have a common ground in your narrative or in your ad that is going to appeal to that individual. So there's a lot of multiple angles to it, but I would say study people and study the psychology of crowds, and it's a pretty good place to start.
On the market for that. Nick WK says, Luke, I'm using your book list and starting a sales job tomorrow. We'll put 50K in crypto in 6 months. Also, cutting right now to Mr. Belmar status to build and monetize the fitness audience. Start hacking like fresh. Good plan?
Sounds like you got a lot on your table, dude. Let's get it.
So you just prioritize things into goals, right? So you have a lot of big goals right there, like putting 50K into crypto, starting your job, doing other stuff. Just find what is your main goal and then make that the priority and make everything else encompassing around that. Don't have 9 priorities.
Spencer James, shout out to you, $20. All right, and you want to see this one?
Yeah. So I just put out YouTube videos whenever I want to, and I delete them when I want to because maybe some information's too valuable to be out on the internet. So we put it up, we take it down in accordance, and just different way of operating.
I don't know why you want me to smile, bro.
Fresh is a stud.
So they can see me, brother. Okay, so guys, we'll do this on the show. My favorite part of the show, last thoughts. So anything you want to leave the audience with? Announcements, updates, last message to them, how they can improve. We got you. Last thoughts?
You can genetically reprogram yourself and change your life.
And where can I find you, bro?
What does that mean? Break that down.
Yeah.
So what it means is you as a human being are made up of atoms, right? And you're made up of molecules, and you're made up of all these amazing things that are keeping you together, and you're not literally deteriorating. But we're not in school. They don't really teach us how to take care of ourselves, how to take care of your body. Like, what's the purpose of food? For most people, it's just to eat it because they love the dopamine.
You know, it's funny. I thought it was for taste, but I was totally wrong.
Totally.
It's supposed to be for nutrients.
It's all nutritional value. Like,
yeah.
What's like that? How do I live longer? So yes.
All right. And
for me,
where can I find you on Instagram?
You guys can find me on Instagram. Anything related to biohacking, I'm always dropping sauce there. It's at Mr. Belmar.
Cool.
So what's the question again?
Question is last thoughts for the show. Anything you want to leave the audience with? Announcements coming up. Trips coming up.
Drum roll.
Alicia, what was your question? Because if it wasn't $20 and up, I didn't read it, so I don't know what it was. Go ahead.
I'm thinking.
This is gonna be deep, guys. He's thinking about it. In the meantime, like the video, guys. Sub to the channel, man. 100K on the way. Let's go.
What would happen? What would happen if for the next 365 days you gave it your all? Like, what if for the next 365 days, not 366, not 364, what if for the next 365 days you didn't self-sabotage? Who would you be if for the next 365 days you didn't quit? Who would you become? What type of person would be bred from that trial, that tribulation? I want to find out. And I think that you're doing a disservice to you, to your family, to your lineage, to your future generations, if you don't try to achieve your fullest potential. So strive for greatness, because on the other side of this pain, this bullshit, this trial, this struggle is greatness, and you can unlock it. But you got to put in the fucking hours. You got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And you got to put in the 365 motherfucking days.
All right, and last one here. Look, I've been improving my mindset. I have a full job, but I feel it absorbs all my time. And I want to think and predator, but I can't to reduce my money. Any recommendation?
Okay, so Luke, I've been improving my mindset. I have a full-time job that absorbs my energy and time. I want to think, but I know that I can't reduce my money. Any recommendations? You have to work more hours.
Bam.
That's it. You just have to spend more time. More time. That's all you have. You have more time. So after this, you should be clocking in 3 hours, not scrolling on TikTok. You should be clocking in 3 hours on figuring out how to make more fucking cash.
Yeah. Spencer, I saw that, brother. What was your question, bro? Just answer real quick, because we didn't see it just now. So
yeah, it wasn't attached on your last thing.
Millionaires incoming out of that motivational speech. Yep, very true. I'm sure the chat enjoyed this stream. Very good stream as well. Good gems here,
bro. Everybody keeps saying Kanye West, bro. This is the third time today that I get talked about Kanye West. I don't watch Kanye West. Is there something going on with Kanye West?
He's been speaking out a lot more about what's really going on. Also talking about NPCs as well, which is hilarious. So yeah, we need Kanye on the podcast, bro. Hey, I'm gonna make that happen, bro. Watch.
I believe
one day.
I believe too. Bro.
Yo, Spencer, I don't see you in here, brother. Can you guys real quick? We're waiting, bro. We're waiting. Yeah, the stream will be here. So you guys can watch it over because many gems in here, guys.
Scroll up. We had a negative comment. I want to address it.
Which one?
I'm a G. Go up. Hang on. Go right here. Right there. Okay, perfect. Luke, tell us about your day selling courses and now selling e-com, finessing everybody. You're good at finessing the dumb. I've never sold a course. I will never sell a course. I will never charge motherfuckers for a course. I made tens of millions of dollars on my own fucking back. Always provided value for years. I've been here longer than you in the community. I will be here long after you're fucking gone.
Bro. You've made millionaires.
I've created millionaires out the fucking ass. We literally just had a testimonial from Josh saying he went from 6 figures to 7 figures because of me.
Bro.
So I've never sold a course. I will never sell a fucking course because I don't need it. And I love courses and I pay for courses. I pay 10 grand for courses. I just don't need to do one. So suck a dick.
Bam. There you have it. All right, Spencer. I didn't see your chat, brother. Oh, here we go. Left uni. A full ride. Moved home because F Matrix. In community college now because parents. Should I pursue drop shipping, trading, or SMMA? What's SMMA?
Social media marketing agency.
Oh, okay.
You should pursue drop shipping 100%. I've already said it. Social media marketing agency, you're a slave to your clients unless you're going to do some sort of services that don't require a lot of people, trading, too much risk, low return, a lot of high probability of failure, drop shipping, low income necessary to start, low budget necessary to start, infinite potential if you are well informed. So that's pretty much the advice for me, Brother Fresh.
And guys, I want to thank, first of all, Andrew Tate for connecting us together because if we didn't meet at Andrew Tate's house, at Tristan's house, we would never have this stream. So shout out to Andrew Tate for that, man.
Shout out to the boys in Romania.
We had a great time. And guys, we're going to enjoy Miami. They're here for a couple more days. We'll chop it up with you guys soon, probably again. And guys, let's close out with a banger. What's the banger?
The banger is get to fucking work, motherfuckers, because ain't nobody doing it for you.
Level up your character in real life.
Give me some push-ups.
Let's go.